All right, Sooner Nation, for our second interview, we switched it up a little bit. We heard your request. We went and got her coming in at 5'11", an athlete, a walking bucket. I don't even know what position she plays. Just know she make plays, all right?
Right.
Our girl, Madi Williams. Yo, welcome to the Podcast On The Prairie.
What's up, y'all? I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to spend some time with y'all.
Yeah.
Get it.
You forgot hailing from Fort Worth, Texas. Come on, now, stop playing.
Come on now. Not to mention the hometown.
Look at him. Yeah. Come on now, Jay-Hawk. We hoop too.
Okay. Don't start with
we hoop too, North Carolina.
Okay. Don't start with the whole Texas thing. I get it. Everything's bigger and better and
you
faster.
Know it. You already know it. We ain't even got to say it. You said
I pick and choose my battles wisely because there you go. That ain't one I'm trying to get into.
Yeah.
Madi, what's up? What you got going on in life? How was your day?
Man, my day was good. It was pretty productive. I mean, we had some stuff at the gym early this morning after the game, get better stuff for sure. And then today I got laundry and stuff, stuff around the house. It's Sunday, so, that's a cleaning day. Cleaning day to start the week off right.
For sure. Mm-hmm. For sure. This is something that we always ask all our guests that went to OU. So you were a 5-star recruit. Why OU? How'd you end up where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, I just fell in love with the atmosphere from the day that I got here. I think I came on an unofficial visit and I was like, man, like this place is great. Like this is probably where I want to spend my career. And of course I weighed out my options and went on other visits and stuff, but this one just stuck out the most here at OU. And then of course the coaching staff that was here was a great coaching staff at the time and still are. And so, yeah, I mean, it was an easy decision for me.
Yeah, for sure. What do you like the most about OU so far?
I think the people that I've been meeting the most, the different types of athletes that I've met, they're pretty cool, and the atmosphere that they bring. And I don't know, it just feels like whenever you talk to other athletes, they just feel like they want to get better. So that kind of culture was really cool, and I think I'm enjoying my time here.
Yeah. Now I heard you and Braden talking about how y'all met a couple of years ago. What was that about? Well, y'all got some friendship history?
Oh yeah, I mean, B-Will, he from here. He from where I'm from. So
yeah. And then we had a neutral friend in Jalen.
Oh yeah, because Flash was from Fort Worth too. So I grew up with Flash. So whenever we all linked up at Headington, it was pretty cool. I didn't even know that B-Will was from there, but it was cool to meet up with him and Jalen at Headington. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm from North Carolina, Madi, and I came to Oklahoma knowing nobody. So I wish I knew at least one or two people when I came into college, man. But Madi, if I were to never ever have seen you play the game of basketball before, how would you describe the way you play in your game to our fans?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm a dog. I'm gonna always bring that dog energy, that dog mentality. Don't mess with me,
I love that. Yeah.
I mean, and I just try to bring that to every aspect of my game, whether it's passing, catching, even the small things. That like you're not gonna get into my space and control what I do. I'm the controller, so I just try to put that on my teammates and bring that out of them. The most that I can. So I bring that every single day.
So basically an enforcer.
Yeah.
You're the enforcer.
That's me. I'm an enforcer. Whether I'm scoring or not, you're going to feel me back.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, she low-key sound like you, Braden.
I'm telling. Come on now. You think it's a coincidence? Come on now. We read the same way. We wired the same way. Come on now.
Here y'all go with that Fort Worth talk, man. Everybody from Fort Worth built like that, bro. We all dogs.
The proof is here.
It's true though.
Man, y'all funny. Well, Madi, I certainly agree with you. You are a dog. So 11 points per game 1 year, 16 points per game. Well, your sophomore year, 20 points per game last year, and you're at 18 now. What? What have you done to become the dog you are now? How has that process looked like?
I think it just all started with like coming here with an open mind and being ready for whatever. I mean, I didn't have that super big dog mentality back in high school, but I mean, it was all right. I mean, nobody was still messing with me, but whenever I got here after freshman year and my sophomore year and just learning and having experience, it just kind of taught me that, you know, you might need a little bit more. You might need a little bit more attitude whenever you're playing. Sometimes it's not just all about skill. Sometimes the dog that's out there with the least amount of skill is going to come out at the top.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think OU teaches every single athlete that, because I was the same way. I wasn't a dog when I first got to college. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to learn how to be a dog. You know, I knew what it was like to play good. I knew I had it in me, but you know, coming to Oklahoma is
toughness, man. Yeah, it just instills tough you in you know, toughness in you.
It sure does.
Well, Madi, you are the leading scorer on a team that's second in the country in points per game. Did you know that?
I mean, I see it everywhere. I try not to pay attention to it, but like it's everywhere that I look. I'm like, dang. I mean, it's right in front of my face. So, but I try not to look at stats and numbers, and just try to bring my all. You know.
Yeah. So, you guys have lost 3 games in a row now to Texas Tech, Iowa State, and Texas.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on? You know, anything you want to talk about or share that's going on in the locker room, or is it just y'all just got to play better?
I don't know. We just hit a wall as a team, and we're just trying to figure out how to get over that, how to push through that wall. I mean, our youngness has been showing. We've got me, T-Rob, and Anna as and D as seniority, but we can only do so much. We've got a pretty young team after that. After us, there's 14 people on the roster, so the other 10, they're younger than us, and they're still learning. And they're gonna get there, but we're doing it together. We're figuring it out together.
Yeah. Yeah, there's never any easy answer to give, especially after a loss as a leader and as a captain on the team. Trust me, because when we lost, well, matter of fact, when we were winning and they would ask me, even before we lost our first game, you know, I did all the interviews and stuff post game for the team because I'm a captain, and they would ask me like, "Hey, Jay Hall, what's going on? Like, what do y'all have to do?" And the first time they asked me that, I'm like, you know what? We're going to go figure it out. And then next week I said, I think we had a good week of practice. I think this game is going to be better. And then we go out there and play terrible.
Literally word for word. Literally word for word is what has been happening. Like each week, I'm like, okay, like we had a pretty good week of practice. So, you know, this week's game should be good, you know?
Yeah.
Man.
It's crazy. It's crazy that you bring that up because I was literally just talking to my mom about this earlier today. You know, you lose and then you tell the media, like, you know, I think practice is going well, and then you drop another one. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I don't want to say the same thing again in this interview. So you say something like, we're figuring it out, and then we lose another one. And then eventually I'm just like, you know what? I don't have all the answers. But I found out when you tell the media that you don't have the answers, they hit you with the, so do you think that coach is making the proper adjustments? And I'm like, like,
here we go. Like, it's not even about that. It's not even about them. It's us. Like, you know, it's the players. It ain't got nothing to do with Jenny is great. Coaches are great. Like, you know, sometimes players just got to figure it out.
Exactly. Sometimes, you know, there's a lot of different variables that can happen when you're playing, you know what I'm saying, intense sport, college sports, you know what I'm saying? Like the other team wants to win just as much as you want to win, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes stuff happens. And, you know, there's always different little variables, but, you know, it's up to us to figure it out and, you know, work through that and everything like that. So
exactly.
For sure.
Completely understand that.
Madi, I wanted to make sure that we got you before March Madness hit, right? I didn't want to.
Right around the corner.
It's coming, and I was like, man, I got to get her on because I know when March hits, she's going to be locked in. That dog going to come out in her. So can you take us what March is like for you guys?
Well, this March should be way different than any other March that we've experienced. I mean, you know, of course, it's crunch time, and you got those last few games, and you got the tournament. But then you got the Big 12 tournament. But then after that, you got the NCAA tournament, which I haven't had a chance to go to yet in my career, and neither have the rest of my teammates. And it's something that we've been like itching for. So it'll look way different than it has the last 3 years. Last 3 years we've had spring breaks, so those have been cool. But I'm excited to see what March has in store for us, and I'm excited for the opportunity to go play on that stage.
Yeah. Do you guys approach these playoff games a little bit different than the regular season? I know for football, we do this whole thing. We say championship November. Things are a little bit more tight ship. Practice is a little bit more on edge a little bit, I guess I would say.
Yeah, a little bit more intense. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have like a title for it, but I mean, I've just been preaching to my team that like we have to get better, not for the next game, but for March. Like March is right around the corner. We have to be playing our best basketball at that time because everybody else will. So, and we're reaching for a championship. So, just like y'all said, March is that time where we have to sharpen our weaknesses and get better as a team together, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to go back to you talking about Anna and Taylor, and you guys are kind of like the big three.
Yeah.
Right. Is there who in your opinion flies under the radar a little bit that people don't probably give as much credit to?
I don't know. I mean, between the three of us, I think we can all take that. But I think Rob, she gets a lot of recognition for her shooting, yes, but she doesn't get a lot of recognition for the small things that she does, like moving and talking, moving without the basketball. And it's really hard as a shooter to keep moving without the basketball. And especially whenever you shoot at a high clip as her, and everybody is guarding you the same way, face guard, like you're not getting very many touches like that. You are the scouting report. And I think that her resiliency through that just shows how under the radar she flies and the things that she does.
Okay. Well, who got a better jumper? You or her?
Oh, that's federal. And of course I'm gonna say me because I'm
see that's how Jay Hall would answer that question.
I'm gonna say me. Okay, but no, in all seriousness, I'm gonna say Rob, but if we was playing 1-on-1, I'm gonna win. You know,
okay.
I'm gonna say it like that.
I'm going with the dog on the court.
You know,
no, for sure.
Nah, I low key set you up because no player is ever supposed to say that somebody can shoot better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have said Steph Curry. You better say it's still me.
But exactly, and that's why I said it. But let's be realistic right now. Steph Curry, come on.
Hey, speaking of guys in the league, is there anyone in the WNBA that you model your game after, that you look up to?
In the WNBA, no, but my favorite player is Melo.
Okay.
And I think that I model my game pretty much. I love mid-range jumpers. And last year I lived off of mid-range jumpers. Not as much this year, but I still have that in my bag if I need to, you know. And I just love how he can get shots off of defenders, no matter how close they are. He can use his body, and that's what I try to model my game after.
It's interesting that you say that. You know, like I was expecting for you to have a WNBA player. Do you a lot of times when the NBA gets compared to the WNBA, you know, we're comparing it to as the money differences, the pay gap, the wage gap, and the attendance difference and everything like that. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, is that something that really affects you as you're in it? You're an actual basketball player, you know what I'm saying? Or is that just something you feel like the outside pushes more than y'all do?
Y'all got that too. My light just flickered. But I think that with the pay gap and stuff and everything that's going on with the WNBA and what we fight for as far as equality and equal treatment, I think that we as women have been pushing that agenda for a long time, and we're going to continue to push that agenda. And being in it, I mean, it just affects me, of course, because of the money. And also, I think that It's a respect thing. I mean, as women, we want that. We want to be considered the greats, the GOATs, just like the men are. And we want to be recognized as, let me see, how do I
prominent? Like as prominent as an NBA player?
Yeah, and like we want you guys to feel like we should be paid as much as they are, you know? Like we play just as well as them. We know basketball just as well as men do, and we feel like, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, me being an athlete, I think it's different for athletes because I think I see things differently than a regular person does. I actually can understand, and I know how much time y'all put into it, and I see like the things y'all do, like the way that, you know, the way that y'all shoot, crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain little things that an athlete can see, but maybe not necessarily the outside. So, you know, I just wanted to get your opinion on, you know, how you feel about that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's crazy when you go on social media, and I know you've seen it, Maddie, but when ESPN posts something about women's sports and then you look in the comments and it's like, I could be here one-on-one, or she belongs like in the kitchen or something like that. And I'm just like, yo.
This is what we've been seeing a lot. You know, like women we're starting to see a lot of women dunk on Instagram and overtime and pass the ball and ball is life. And I go and I look in I'm like, dang, like we ain't never seen a woman go out for 2 feet, two-handed dunk, like in transition. We ain't never seen that. But then I go into the comments and it's like, oh, that's not impressive at all. Well, like y'all wanted us to dunk and we dunked. You got something to say, like, you know.
Yeah,
it's like never get a win, but it's all right, you know. We ball regardless. Thanks.
For sure,
Maddie. Thank you so much for coming on to the pod.
Man.
We always ask our guests this: is there anything that you want to share with our fans? Remember, our audience is mostly football, so anything you want to let them know?
Of course. I got one thing to say, man. Y'all show so much love to football, and it's really fun coming out to the games, and y'all are great. Come show that same support to women's basketball. We need it. We need the energy. We need the LNC field, just like it used to be back in the day. We want to get back to that, and we want this to just start to turn into a basketball school, you know, to have that kind of culture of, you know, people hate playing here because the crowds are so great.
Sure. And you know what? And it starts with us. So I will take initiative to get the guys there, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then we're going to go off of that. You know, we get there, then more people come, and we're going to have that thing jump.
Love that.
All right, Center Nation, you heard it here first. If you pull up to the women's basketball games, you're going to see Braden Willis in the stands. You're going to see Madi, the dog, Williams on the court. And it's going to be a good time. You know,
it's going to be a great time. Come on.
Maddie, we appreciate you coming on to the pod. Thank you so much. I know you got laundry and a whole lot of stuff going on, so I appreciate you taking time out of your day to say what's up.
Thank you for having me. This was a great time.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you.